Gee willikers, mister, a Mario game? Why, this is gonna be fun! No, it isn't, kids. It's an educational game. So the story is Mario turns red, presumably because he's embarrassed to be in this mess of a game. And then this green saber-toothed tiger throws a bag over his head and fucking throws it back up on the hill without any arms and just keeps moving it like that, telepathically, I guess. And Luigi goes to save Mario. Yeah, I mean, well, you don't expect a good story from a Mario game. Basically, even the good Mario games are about saving someone in a really contrived and one-dimensional way, but the reason this game is bad isn't because of the story, believe me. It's because of the gameplay. The game starts off with the same basic controls as a Mario game, and it makes you think this is a game in the Mario universe. Maybe it's called Mario is Missing because basically you just play as Luigi, but it basically has the same exact functionalities as a Mario game. You jump on enemies, you avoid obstacles. No, this is an educational game. It's a game that teaches you about stuff. You have to kill enemies in this game, and then you pick up these little things, you pick up King Kong, for example, and you have to return King Kong to the Empire State Building, and apparently that teaches you about movies and history and geographical locations. But my problem is, well, I have a lot of problems with this game, but my problem is, probably the main problem with this game, okay, you want to make an educational game. That's fine, make an educational game. But why in the green fucking hell would you make an educational game on the Nintendo? Here's what I mean. When I was in elementary school, I did not play educational games in school on the Nintendo or Super Nintendo or Genesis. When we went to computer class, this was in the mid-90s, we would play educational games on the PC. There is no school existed on the planet Earth that had a Nintendo system for each kid in a classroom to play educational games. Schools did not buy educational games on the Nintendo because they didn't have Nintendos at school. They had computers, some schools. Now, this leads me to my next line of thought. What was the market for this game? Was it homeschool children? Like, parents would buy these games to homeschool their children? And if that's the case, what a small market! I mean, how many people actually bought this game to teach something to their children? How many people would even know this is an educational game? Mario's in the title. Mario is notorious for being probably the most famous side-scroller on Earth. I mean, 99% of the people, 99.9% of the people who bought this game bought it under false pretenses. This game was bought by children who were lured into thinking this was going to be a fun side-scroller, or at least something to the extent of what a Mario game is supposed to be, and this is nothing like Mario. This isn't even a fun educational game. I mean, I can't even think of, maybe some kind of word games can be fun, you know. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego for the CD-ROM could have been fun at some points. This isn't fun! You just kill these, what do they call it, Koopa Troopers? I'm just gonna call them fucking orange turtles. And then you collect things from them, and then you give the things to these clerks, to these fucking medical kiosks, and that's it. That's not even educational. It's tedious because you have to know which of the kiosks take which items, and really the education goes out the window. Especially since how many things can you possibly learn? Like you learn like where King Kong goes on the Empire State Building. How the fuck is that even educational? And even if it is educational, that's just something you should just learn. Just fucking write it in a sentence in the beginning of a game. You want your game to be educational? Just write, King Kong lives on top of the Empire State Buildings. And then let the kids play a good fucking game. Please. Jesus Christ. Don't take up a whole Mario game to teach children something as mundane and pointless and unnecessary as this and basically any other thing you learn in this game. You're not going to learn anything in this game. that you're gonna use in life. And if you are, it's gonna be something you'll use in like trivia games while you're playing trivia games with like friends or something. You know, if you're like if you're married and it's like couples night and you're playing trivia. What building did King Kong climb? That was the Empire State Building, Bob. I remember, I learned that in a Mario game. Gee willikers, Jeff, a Mario game? Aren't those games supposed to be fun? No, Bob, it was a shitty educational game. Well, in that case, Jeff, you're an asshole for playing it, and I'm sleeping with your wife, and all your children are actually mine. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hey, you know, we did a new It Came From Public Domain. This was a really special show because, first of all, we did it on this Korean Tron ripoff called Savior of the Earth. And second, we did it totally live and in front of a big audience of people. There must have been about 100 people at some points. And, yeah, so definitely check it out. It was me, Silent Rob, Helsing 920, and Andrew Strobel. So link to that below. It was a fun night, and you should definitely check it out. There was actually you know, we've never done this before, a live thing in front of an audience, because we had some technical difficulties actually, and about from 26 minutes to about 33 minutes of the actual riff, you won't hear us because the audio cut out. So if you want to skip that 7-minute time interlude, and we come back on at about 33 minutes. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, my friends, and don't play this game, even if you want to get educated. If you want to be educated, read a book, or do what I do when I want to be educated, or do any kind of research. Go to Wikipedia. Goodbye, my friends.